Hello, good evening students. Welcome to BYJU'S exam prep. Very good evening all of you. This is Suraj Gopi and today we'll be having the MSQ series practice session for the subject of industrial engineering. So before starting the session, I hope everyone is good, fine, all good, all perfect. Very good evening, good evening. I hope so, all good and all perfect. Yes. As you know that MSQ is actually also a very important perspective from any GATE examination perspective. Like last year, if I say the weightage of MSQ was actually on the higher side, okay, and definitely NAT is almost always the favorite one, but MSQ is also being weightage is being increasing from all the we can say branch that could be mechanical, civil, electrical, electronics, any branch. MSQ weightage is on the higher side. Okay, so as you know, is weightage is increasing. Definitely, we need to practice lot many questions. And the problem with MSQ is the number of questions which is available, which online or any resource, it's very less because we only have either NAT and MCQ. MSQ practice questions are actually very less. So that is the reason we are coming up with this particular series, so as to improve your understanding or problem solving capability in the MSQ questions. Okay, fine. So I hope everyone is good and perfect. Chaliye. So let me share this video. Please do share this to every student so that they could also join and they will be able to get the insight like how we need to solve the questions from the MSQ. So today's subject is industrial engineering, right? Why I'm saying industrial? Because the reason being industrial is a subject which you can complete the entire subject in one day. If you have completed industrial, you can easily complete either MSQ problem or NAT or MCQ in one day if you are serious candidate. Okay, so let's hope I've taken almost the question from every single topic so as to have a complete revision of the industrial through MSQ questions. Okay, chaliye. So I hope so everyone has connected with me on my Telegram channel, that is Mechanical by Suraj, and also Learn with Suraj Gopi. Hello Abhishek, good evening, right? And Richa ma'am will be coming up live just after the next day of Independence, that is 16th of August at 7:30, and she will be discussing about 5 very important steps if you want to excel in GATE 2024. Okay, fine, chali. And the link is in the description box. It's a free GATE workshop. You have to join so as to increase your chances of excelling the GATE examination. Okay, good evening, very good evening. And also we have planned after Independence Day, 18th of August, we are starting ESE, previous year questions prelims, and this will be helpful for your ISRO examination also and your HCL exam. The reason being, majority of the time you are getting direct straightforward questions being copied and pasted from ESC prelims to different PSU examinations. So it will be adding benefit to your understanding level. Okay, fine. Chaliye. So shall we begin? Yes, Abhishek, good evening. Please do share this video to all of your friends so that everyone will be joining. So here we go. The first question on the screen from the break-even analysis. In a production system, the fixed cost of rupees 7,000 and a variable cost of rupees 2,000, or we can 12,000, not 1 lakh, 12,000, and total selling cost is 27,000. The number of units produced is 3,000. Then which of the following statement is correct? Quickly tell me. They have given you the fixed price. Okay, they have given you the fixed cost, that is F is equal to 7,000, right? They are given you the variable cost, that is equal to 12,000. They have given you the selling price, that is equal to 27,000, and they are given you the units produced, that is X is equal to 3,000. Okay, 3,000 units. So first of all, tell me what is the break-even quantity, what is the margin of safety, what is the profit to volume ratio, and for profit of 15,000, 4,400 quantities needs to be produced. So which of the following statement are correct? Because it's an MSQ problem, so there will be multiple correct answers. Solve one by one. Take one by one options. Okay, so first of all, let us calculate break-even analysis. For calculating break-even points, we have to calculate the unit selling price and the unit variable cost. So if you calculate over here the unit selling price and unit variable cost, we know that your x is equal to 3000, so we can say small s is equal to capital S by x, है ना? So capital S is 27,000 divided by 3000, that is equal to rupees 9 per unit. Okay, if I talk about small v, that is capital S by small x, that is capital V by small x, है ना? What is capital V? Capital V is given as 12,000. So 12,000 by 3000, that is equal to rupees 4 per unit. Okay, so we have calculated the unique selling price and the unit variable cost. Now we can calculate the X break-even point. What is break-even point? At break-even point, there is no profit, no loss. So it will be fixed price divided by small s minus small v. Fixed price is 7,000. 7,000 divided by 9 minus 4, that is 7,000 divided by 5, that is 1400 units. 1400 units, we are getting option A, a correct option. Okay, the break-even point, option A is correct. Let us talk about what is margin of safety. For calculating margin of safety, the first option is correct. Let us talk about the second one. Margin of safety, and that too they are saying in percentage. So margin of safety in percentage is equal to the sales at X minus the sales at break-even point divided by the sales at X into 100. Okay, into 100, right? So what is sales at X? Sales at X is equal to, I think, 27,000. Okay, this is 27,000. So this is 27,000 minus break-even point. What is the sales at break-even point? Anyone? What is the sales at break-even point? That is equal to X into X at break-even point. X at break-even point into your small s, into small s, divided by 27,000 into 100. Okay, let's calculate. This is 27,000 minus this is 1400 into small ss, how much? 9 divided by 27,000 into 100. Can you tell me in percentage? What is the percentage? Margin of safety percentage. What is the percentage margin of safety? Quickly, let's calculate, Hana. It is 1400 into 9, 27,000 minus divided by 27,000. Are we getting 53.33? We are getting 53.33 percentage. That is the margin of safety. So 53.33, this is not correct. Let us now proceed with option number C, profit to volume ratio. What is profit to volume ratio? The profit to volume ratio is equal to small s minus small v by small s, or I can say capital F plus P by capital S. Whichever formulation you can use, you can go for that. Small s is 9, 9 minus 4 by 9. So this is 5 by 9, that is 0.555 something. Option C is absolutely correct. Now they are saying for the profit of rupees 15,000, 4,400 units to be produced. So how we can calculate? Sir, normal general calculation is the total sale is equal to the fixed price plus variable cost plus profit. Okay, so you can rearrange this equation. Small s into x is equal to f plus p plus small v into x, or x is equal to f plus p divided by small s minus small v. Now your fixed price is given. Fixed price is given as 7,000 plus your profit is given as 15,000 divided by your s minus v, that is small s minus small v is 9 minus 4. 9 minus 4. So this is your 7,000 plus 15,000 divided by 5. Can you tell me the final correct answer? 7,000 plus 15,000 divided by 5, that is 4,400. We are getting this to be 4,400. That means if I'm having x equal to 4,400, the profit will be equal to 15,000. Now the profit will be equal to 15,000, right? So now let us move to the option for this one. Option D is correct. So the final answer that we are getting is A, C and D. The final answer that you are getting in this problem is A, C and D. Margin of safety is not correct, but the rest all the options are correct. Okay, clear everyone? Please do let me know in the comment section. Right? Can we proceed next problem? First question is done. Chale, next question. Next question. Let's see what is the next question all about. They are saying that choose the correct sequence of items operating for 3 machines. So there are 3 machines, right, that you can see on the screen, and there are 5 items. So whenever we are dealing with 3 machines, can you tell me which rule we have to use in order to do the sequencing? Which rule we have to use? Let's hear out from your side. If you want to do the sequencing of 3 machines, then which rule you have to use? Sir, actually we need to use the Johnson's rule, right? We need to use a Johnson rule, but the problem over here is Johnson's rule is applicable to 2 machines only. Okay, so what I'll be doing is I'll be converting this into a hypothetical 2 machine, right? But for converting this, there is some condition need to be satisfied. What is the condition? Condition is quite simple, that the minimum of A should be greater than equal to the maximum of B. Either this condition or minimum of C should be greater than equal to the maximum of B. Either of this condition need to be satisfied. Now, if we let us see what is the minimum of A. Minimum of A is 2, right? And maximum of B is 5. So this condition is not satisfied. But what about the condition number 2? Minimum of C is 5 and maximum is this. So this condition is satisfied. Either one of the condition need to be satisfied. So once this condition being satisfied, then we can convert into 2 hypothetical machine, that is X and Y. And what you can write, X is nothing but AI plus BI, right? And Y is equal to BI plus CI. Okay, that means I can convert this into a 2 machine. Let me write it over here, 2 machine. Okay, this is machine X and machine Y. X and Y. So 3 plus 3 is 6, 3 plus 5 is 8, 8 plus 4 is 12, 4 plus 8 is 12, 7 plus 2 is 9, this is 12, 6, 8, 7, 11. So we have written for the different items now we have converted this into 2 machines. We have converted this into 2 machines. Now can you apply the Johnson's rule? Quickly apply the Johnson's rule. Quickly apply the Johnson's rule and tell me what will be the sequence. What we have to do? If the minimum value is coming on the first machine, you have to allocate from the left. And if the minimum value is coming from the right, second machine, you have to allocate from the right hand side. Okay. So let us start from, let's start the discussion. Over here, if you see, the minimum value is 6. And that too we are getting in machine, we can say item number 1 and item number 4. So whenever we are having this kind of scenario, that if one of the time, the processing time for any machine is same, then we look for the corresponding processing time of the second machine. If that is also same, then we can choose any one, right? If I say in this case, if you start with 1, right, then the second will be 4, or you can have one more possibility, that you can start with 4. You can start with 4 and can go for second, right? So we have completed this. This 2 has been completely allocated. Now the next minimum is 7, right? That is your, in machine number 1, you have to allocate over here. This is 5, 5, right? Next minimum is 9. That is on machine number 1. That is 3, 3, and last is 2. So there are 2 possibility of sequence: 1, 4, 5, 3, 2 and 4, 1, 5, 3, 2. 1, 4, 5, 3, 2 and 4, 1, 5, 3, 2. Both option A and B are correct. Both options A and B are correct. Is this clear? Very good, Raghu, very good. Okay, so you can definitely get a question like this, and this is actually a 1 marks question. Clear? It's a very easy question. Only thing you have to do is you have to check we can say condition need to be satisfied. This condition, either one of the condition need to be satisfied, either this one or this one. Okay, once you are converting this, then you are converting into 2 machine job, then you are adding the processing time of the individual machines, right? A plus B, this is A plus B and this is B plus C. Okay, and by that you are converting into 2 machines, then you can apply the Johnson's rule very easily. Okay, clear? Right, Chali, next question, question number 3 on the screen. Now, this question is from the inventory EOQ model. Let's hear out what they are saying. A contractor has to supply 10,000 bearings per day to an automobile manufacturer. He finds that he starts production run, he can produce 25,000 bearings per day. The cost of holding bearing in stock per for year is rupees 200 and the setup cost of production is 1800. Assume 300 working days in a year. Which of the following statements are correct? I won't be saying is because this is an MSQ problem. Calculate EOQ, calculate the frequency of production run, calculate the maximum inventory, calculate the manufacturing time. Quickly. It's a production model. So let me write all the given data. The demand rate is 10,000 units per day. The production rate is small p 25,000 units per day, right? We can have the holding cost is rupees 200 per unit per year, and your setup cost or CO is equal to rupees 1800 per setup. Okay, I hope you are able to see the values, right? Okay, not able to see. Now it's okay. I've written the values. I hope so. Now this is all clear. Chali. Now the question is, you have to calculate the first of all the economic order quantity. So how you can calculate economic order quantity? Sir, it's quite easy. Q star is equal to 2 into annual demand into CO by CH root of this into root of P upon P minus D. But here the problem is they have not given you the value of annual demand. Can you tell me what is the value of annual demand? They have given you the daily demand and they are saying assume 300 working days, then annual demand will be into 300. If you multiply 10,000 into 300, okay, that will be giving you the annual demand, right? So I can write it over here as 2 into 10,000 into 300 into CO value is 1800, CH value is 200, okay, into P production rate is 25,000 divided by 25,000 minus 10,000. So under root of this, calculate and tell me what is the value of Q star, that is economic order quantity you are getting after solving this. Quickly, let us hear out from you guys. And that answer, is it matching with option A, that is 9487? Quickly, 34 into 300 into 1800 into 25,000 divided by 200 divided by 15,000. Under root of this, we are getting how much? I'm getting 9486.8. 9486.8 units. So we can round off to the next value, that is 9487 units. So option A is absolutely correct. Option A is absolutely. The second is calculate the frequency of production cycle. What is the meaning of this? Frequency of production cycle means after how much interval I am starting my production system. So can we say they are basically talking about the value of the cycle time? Let us suppose you are starting the production on Monday and you are stopping at Wednesday, right? And definitely will be still, if you try to visualize, remember that graph, something like this, okay? This is your inventory, right? This is your time, okay? So we'll be having production is going on till the maximum capacity. This is your Q, right? But this is your this one, P minus D, okay? This is your demand and this is your T, consumption rate, right? This is P minus D, this is D, this is your maximum inventory level. This is your maximum inventory level, Q max. Okay, this is the production time or manufacturing time. This is your complete cycle time. Now, if you see, if I'm starting up production over here, the next production will be starting at this point. So basically, they are asking you the frequency of the production, means they are basically talking about the capital T. That is your cycle time. Okay, at EOQ. They're asking you the cycle time at economic order quantity. How we can calculate? Sir, very easy. Sir, T star is equal to, yes, how we can calculate? Q star by small d, because they're asking the value of this in days. So 9487 upon this is 10,000, है ना? 10,000, that is equal to 0.9487 days. So the frequency of production run is 0.9487, which is incorrect. Option B, they are giving as frequency production is 0.38 days, which is not correct. They are giving manufacturing time as 0.948, which is basically we are getting this one. This is not manufacturing day. This is the cycle time or frequency of production run. This is your frequency of production run. Also, we can say the cycle time. Okay. Also, we can say this is the cycle time. Okay. Fine. So we got this value. The next value is the maximum inventory level. That is your this one, Q max. So how we can calculate the value of Q max star? Q maximum is equal to Q star P minus D by P. I hope so you know how we are getting this formula. The small is we can say process we are doing. Q star is equal to P into TP. We can write it like this. If I say this is Q star, right? This is your P. So Q star is equal to P into TP. And if I say Q maximum star is equal to P minus D into TP. This one, P minus D into TP. This is Q maximum star. If you take the ratio, we'll be getting Q maximum is equal to Q star P minus D upon P. So we can now calculate what's the value? 9487 into 25,000 minus 10,000 divided by 25,000. Can you tell me what's the value? What is the value you're getting? 15,000 or 3 by 5. So we're having 9487. So we're getting somewhere around 5692.2 units. The maximum inventory level will be 5692. Are we having any option? Yes, option C is correct. Option C is correct. The last one is manufacturing time. That means we are talking about TP, the production time or manufacturing time. How we can calculate? Now already we have used, either you can use this formulation or you can use this formulation. It's up to you. We can take this one. Q star is equal to P into TP. What is Q star? Q star is 9487. 9487 is equal to the production time is 25,000. Okay. This 20,000 into TP. So TP is equal to how much? 9487 by 25,000. That is coming out to 0.379 days. Okay, 0.379. And are we having this? No, we are not having this. That means now if you try to visualize, they have actually swapped that value. They have swapped the T star with TP. T star we are getting 9.48 and TP is getting 0.38. So sometimes if you are having an MSQ question, you can get up this kind of possibility that the value is matching, but you forgot to read the statement before this. If this would have been written, the manufacturing time is equal to 0.38, then your answer is correct. Or if you write it like the frequency production run is 0.94 days, that is correct. Okay, is this clear? Understood? So please make sure whenever you are having this kind of questions, you double cross check the units as well as what they are asking. Okay, A and C is the final correct answer. Perfect. Chaliye, next question on the screen, question number 4. Very easy. Read the statement. It's a statement based problem because many by MSQ, introduction of the MSQ problem, they are actually added the concept of theoretical. You can get theoretical questions in term of like this. So let us read the question carefully. I'm keeping a bit side. The intersection of any two constraints in an extreme point which may be corner of the feasible region. Okay. Every LPP problem has an optimal solution. That is not correct. Option B is not correct. Every LPP cannot have an optimal solution. We can have a multi-optimal, we can have a no solution, we can have a unbounded solution. Option C, if redundant constraint is removed from an LPP, then solution will become infeasible. Is that possible? If you are trying to remove the redundant constraint, then my LPP problem will become infeasible. Bhai, redundant ka matlab kya hai? Redundant actually means that constraint is not participating in the final feasible region. If you try to eliminate the redundant constraint, it won't be impacting my solution. So option C is incorrect, B is incorrect. Okay, the intersection of two constraints point, exactly, this is correct. Whenever we are going for any graphical approach, let us suppose I'm having any graphical approach like this. Okay, fine, a graphical approach like this, something like this. Okay, so this is the feasible region. So where we are calculating the optimized value at the corner points, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So we are calculating the optimized value at the corner points. So definitely option A is correct. Now let us talk about the last option, option D. Let us hear out from you guys. Infinite number of solution is obtained when the slope of the objective function becomes equal to one of the binding constraints. Is this correct? Yes, if one of the binding constraint is having the same slope as that of the objective function, definitely that particular solution will have multi-optimal or infinite solution. Okay, fine. Let us take one example. Let us suppose the objective function is equal to 3x plus 2y, and there is one constraint as 3x plus 2y less than equal to, let us suppose, 4, and x plus 2y is less than equal to 5. Let us suppose there are two constraints. So definitely by looking at this, can we say this is a binding constraint? This is a binding constraint. When you calculate, you'll be getting this to be the binding constraint. Binding constraint means it is not redundant. So if you are having a binding constraint and the slope of that binding constraint is exactly equal to the slope of the objective function, we can surely say this solution will be having a multi-optimal solution. Multi-optimal solution. Okay, fine. Is this clear? Everyone, Raghu, Abhishek, please do like the video, guys. There are a lot many questions left out. Okay, so we are getting A and D as a final correct answer. Done. Chale, question number 5th on the screen. Question number 5th on the screen. Consider the following transportation problem with cost given below. Choose the correct statement when the problem is solved using a Vogel's approximation method. So you are using a Vogel's approximation method. So they are given that the initial basic solution is degenerate, the total cost using VAM is 4220, the total cost is 4520, the problem has alternate optimal solution. Calculate and tell me. This is the problem. I hope so now you are able to see. First of all, tell me, is this a balanced or unbalanced transportation model? Whenever you are solving a question from a transportation problem, first step is this particular problem a balanced or an unbalanced? Quickly, how we can check? So total supply, if it is equal to total demand, I can say this is a balanced one. So what is the total supply? Total supply is equal to 250 plus 100 is 350. What is the total demand? 120 plus 80 is 200, 200 plus 150 is 350. So this is a balanced one. This is a balanced transportation problem, right? So once you are getting this, now let us try to apply the Vogel's approximation. This is a balanced one. So let us apply the Vogel's approximation. This is a balanced transportation model. Balanced, right? Okay, chali. So what we have to do? We have to calculate penalty. We have to calculate penalties. Penalty. What is penalty? Penalty is second minimum and minimum. Penalty is nothing but second minimum minus the minimum value in each row and each column. Now, if you try to calculate, the minimum is 10, the second minimum is 12. So this will be having value equal to 2. Minimum and second minimum, we are having this value to be 11 and 16. That is equal to 5, right? Okay. If I talk about, I think this should be 10. I think this should because this is a very huge value. This is a very huge value. This should be or must be 10. Okay, let's calculate with taking at 100. I hope so now. No, 10 would be, and we can say very absurd value will be getting. Let's take it as 10 only, right? Let's not take 100. Let's take it as 10. Now calculate. Minimum and second minimum, that will be equal to 1. That will be equal to 1. This is 1, this is 1, this is 2. Now we can go with either this one or this one. So we can go with this one also or this one also. Both way we are getting the minimum over here. So let us allocate this. So we can allocate over here how much? Or over here we can allocate 150. So we allocate 150. This is completely allocated, right? So and this is 100 left out. Okay. Now again calculate the penalty. Again calculate the penalty. So if you calculate penalty, this will be I think 5, this is 6, this is 1, this is 2. Now we'll be taking the maximum value. So I'll be allocating over here. So here we can allocate 100. If you allocate 100 over here, this is 20 left out. This is 20 left out, and this is completely allocated. If this is 20, so we can allocate 20 over here, right? So if this is 20, this is 80. So allocation is done. We have allocated the complete this one. So now if you try to calculate, is it a degenerate or a non-degenerate? So for a degenerate solution, your m plus n minus 1 is not equal to number of allocation. Okay. So here if you try to visualize, what is the number of allocations? Number of allocation will be equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. And what is m plus n minus 1? That is equal to 3 plus 2. 3 plus 2 minus 1, that is 4. That means the solution is non-degenerate. The solution is non-degenerate. So option A is incorrect. Let us calculate what is the total cost using VAM. Total cost using VAM. Total cost using VAM. That is equal to 150 into 10 plus 17 into 80 plus 12 into 20 plus 10 into 100. Then what is the value you are getting? Sir, 1500 plus 17 into 80 plus 240 plus 1000. So we are getting 4100. Yes. Are we getting 4100? Everyone? We are getting 4100. Yes. So option B is incorrect. Option B is incorrect in that case. Okay. 4100, option B is incorrect. Okay. Please do check. Please do check the value. Everyone. Yes. 1500 plus 17 into 80 plus 12 into 20 plus 1, 2, 3. 4100. Correct. Right. Okay. I think this should have been 100. 100 hota to ho jata. Chalo, theek hai, no problem. Now they are saying that is there any alternate optimal solution possible? We have to calculate the optimal value. How we can calculate the optimum? We can go for your stepping stone method or Modi method. We can proceed with stepping stone. What is stepping stone? The change in cost for this cell, the 21, x21. x21 if I had to take, then I can go for a closed cell. I hope so everyone knows what is stepping stone, है ना? ये देखिए, यहाँ पर आपको allocation करना है. Then we have to take a closed loop like this. This one, this one, this one, and this one. So plus, minus, plus, minus. So I can write it over here as plus 11, minus 10, plus 12, minus 10. Okay. So what we are getting? This is 1, this is 2, this is basically equal to 3. That is positive. You have to only take this is positive or negative. So it is perfect. Now let us go for x delta x22. Delta x22. For that we'll be making a new pathway. This one, this one, this one, and this one. So plus, minus, plus, and minus. So it will be equal to 16 minus 10 plus 12 minus 17. Okay, minus 17, right? So we are getting this to be 6 minus 5, that is equal to 1. That is also positive. That means the solution is optimal. We are having an optimal solution. Wherever we are getting the unallocated cell, we are getting the delta value to be positive. That means the solution is optimal. Okay, fine. So are we having an optimal solution? No. What's the total cost? That will be it should be, the value should be 4100. Okay, so option C is correct, and option, I think that would be 100. In that case you are getting the different values. Okay, वो 100 होने से value आएगा. We have converted this into 10 and we are getting option C is the correct answer. Clear? Okay, clear. If you are taking 100, I think that in that case your options will be matching. I hope so. Now this is correct. Good evening, Mayur. Good evening. Clear it? The logic is clear. First of all, we are using the Vogel's approximation method to calculate the initial basic feasible solution, and from there I'm identifying whether the solution is degenerate or not degenerate. Okay, so definitely we are getting the solution to be non-degenerate. Now after that, what we are doing, we are calculating the optima. We're checking whether the solution that we obtain is optimal or not. So definitely this is an optimal because the change in cost for x1, x21 and x22 is positive. So this solution is optimal. That means the minimum cost, that is equal to 4100. 4100. Okay, right. Chale, next question. Try this problem. Again, a question from transportation. Now this is a very easy one. They are saying that consider the following balanced transportation problem with the cost and allocation. In this case, they have given you the allocations. So tell me which of the variables are basic variable and the total transportation cost for this problem is this one. So this is the allocation they have done, right? So here we can say this is basic, this is a basic, right? So if I can calculate, wherever we are having allocation, that is a basic variable. So here I can say the basic variable will be equal to which one? x12, x13, x14, x21, x22 and x33, because these cells are allocated. So 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 2, 1, 2, 2 and 2, 2, 3, 3. This is correct. 3, 4 is not there. B is not correct. Okay, fine. Now the total transportation cost for this problem, very easy. Calculate the total transportation cost. Total cost equal to how much? So 90 into 75 plus 100 into 95 plus 100 into 30 plus 50 into 75 plus 70 into 25 and at the end 5 into 0. Okay, fine. So we are getting how much? What is the total? We are getting 90 into 75 plus 9500 plus 3000 plus 50 into 75 plus 70 into 25 to 24,750. Are we getting 24,750? And that is option number C. Option number C is the correct answer. Okay, B is not. D is not correct. Manish, by looking at the scenario, it should be soon. I don't know why they are not giving that expected, we can say scheduled date of exam, right? By this point of time, it should have been conducted by the starting week of August, right? By considering the last year trend, after the notification, after 2 months, they are conducting the examination. So might be they are extending due to some, might be some internal policies. Okay, so but if they are given the notification, definitely they will be conducting the exam. Okay, the best part is they have released the notification, so they will be conducting the exam, that is quite sure. So for that, you just not need to be worried. Practice more number of questions. They are giving you some more time, right? So every aspirant is actually practicing, right? So you have to definitely practice and be ready for the exam, because HCL will also be conducted after that. So you have to be ready with that. It's not like this, when the date will be announced, then you'll be starting your strategy and approach for solving questions. No, when the date will be announced, okay, they'll be announcing the date, no problem with that, but at least you should be ready for the examination. Okay, chaliye. Which of the following statement is correct about this graph? Quickly, which of the following statement is correct by looking at this graph? On the y-axis, we are having annual cost. On the x-axis, we are having order quantity. Total cost, carrying cost, production cost. Basically, this is 1. Okay, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 3. Something like this. Which of the following is or are correct? A, B, C, or D? Sir, very easy. We know that what is ordering cost or carrying cost. What is ordering cost? Ordering cost is equal to D by Q into CO, or we can say ordering cost is inversely proportional to Q, right? So this is your ordering cost. This is your, the C is the ordering cost. Okay, fine. Exactly, option D is correct. If I talk about holding cost is equal to Q by 2 into CH. So I can say holding cost is directly proportional to Q. It will be having a linear format. So this is holding cost. And this resembles the total cost, because at this point where the cost is minimum, these two will be intersecting. This is your Q star. So A is correct, B is correct, C is not correct. There is nothing like non-production cost. Okay, we're having total cost, carrying cost, and ordering cost. All the three options A, B, and D is correct answer. A, B, and D is the final correct answer. Okay, A, B, and D. Done? Yes, Vayu, Raghu, Abhishek, Manish. Done hai? Chale, next question. Question number 8. Very easy. Question number 8. Consider the following statement regarding a simplex problem and choose the correct statement. Infeasible solution will occur if some artificial variable remains in the optimum solution with non-zero value. Is this correct or incorrect? In a simplex problem, infeasible means no solution you will be obtaining when some artificial variable is in the optimum solution with non-zero. This is absolutely correct. That is basically we are discussing this in the big M method. We are getting this logic from the big M method, right? In simplex problem, your solution will be not feasible if your artificial variable is present as a basic variable having a non-zero value, right? Unbounded solution will occur if artificial variable remains in optimum solution. This is not correct. For unbounded solution, what we have to have? The theta value, replacement ratio should be either negative or infinity. Okay, so B is incorrect. Talking about option C, if the opportunity cost for more than of more than one non-basic variable are 0, then the problem has alternate solution. Yes. In the final optimal solution, if the delta value of a non-basic variable is 0, what do you mean by that? That simply means that particular solution is having multiple solutions, alternate solution. C is absolutely correct. Okay. If the opportunity cost of more than one non-basic variables is 0, the problem is not easy. No, this is not correct. This is not correct. So the final answer is A and C. Hai A and C is the final correct answer. Clear hai everyone? Done? Chaliye. Now let's proceed with the next question from the forecasting. A forecasting question, because forecasting is a topic which is important from GATE examinations. The sales data, which includes a monthly demand and the initial forecast of product, is given. You have to tell me which of the following statement is correct. Which of the following statement is correct? So they are saying the 4-month moving average method for the month of September is this one. 4-month moving average means you have to take the average of this. By using 4-month simple moving average, the forecast for the month of September will be equal to 115 plus 110 plus 80 plus 100 divided by 4, and this comes out to be how much, everyone? 100 plus 80 plus 110 plus 115 divided by 4. This is 101.25 units. 101.25 units. So are we getting this? Bilkul sahi. Option A is correct. Now, using the relation between the smoothing coefficient A and number of observation M, the forecast for the month of July is 91.2. So how we calculate the smoothing cost? Is there any formulation? Sir, we are having 2 upon M plus 1. According to this, number of observation is this one. So 2 upon, what is the number of observation we are having? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. That is 0.4. We are having the alpha value to be 0.4. So if alpha equal to 0.4, they are saying what is the forecast for the month of July? Chaliye, let's calculate. The forecast for the month of June will be equal to the forecast for the month of May plus alpha, the demand of May, minus the forecast of May, right? So what is the forecast of May? That is equal to 105 plus alpha you have calculated as 0.4. Demand is 100 minus 105. So tell me what's the value of forecast for the month of June? So this is minus 5. That will be minus 2. 103. 103. Yes. So now we calculate the forecast for the month of July. That is equal to forecast for the month of June plus alpha demand of June minus forecast of June, right? So this is equal to 103 plus 0.4. What is the demand of June? Demand of June is 80 minus 103. So calculate it, tell me what's the value. Sir, 103 minus 80 into 0.4, 103 minus answer 93.8, 93.8 units, 93.8. So are we getting 93.8? Option B is incorrect. They're giving us 91.2, 93.8 is the correct answer. Now they're saying that forecast has the highest influence than demand if the smoothing constant is 0.2. Is this statement correct or incorrect? They're basically saying that if your alpha value is decreasing, then forecasting will be having a larger influence on the next forecast, or the actual demand will be having a larger influence. Quickly, sir, it's a quite idealistic question. Fn is equal to Fn minus 1 plus alpha Dn minus 1 minus Fn minus 1. Yes, this is the formulation. This is the formulation, right? Now let us suppose if your alpha is tending to 0, that means alpha is having a very low value. Can we say Fn is equal to Fn minus 1? That means whatever is the actual demand, it is immaterial. If your alpha value is having a very low, then the previous forecast will be having a larger influence on the next forecast, right? So in this question, they are asking this: the forecast has a highest influence than the demand if the value is 0.2. Absolutely correct. Now, more number of period of data, more number of forecast for moving average. If you're having a larger data, are we having a larger error in moving average method or a low error? If you are having a larger number of data, definitely we will be having a lesser forecast error. The error will be actually, it will be converging, it will be having a low value. Okay, so in this particular question, we are getting A and C as a final correct answer. A and C as the final correct answer. Okay, chaliye, next last question है PERT CPM. Without PERT CPM, industrial is incomplete. The precedence and the relation and the duration of the activities of the network are given below. You have to tell me which of the statement is correct. First of all, draw the network diagram. First of all, draw the network diagram. So this is the statement. They are saying total float of E, free float of F, critical time of project, and the free float of activity C. This is the question they are asking. What will be the network diagram? Let us try to draw the network diagram, or else won't be able to complete this problem. A and B is having is not having any predecessor, right? And we can say A and B is not having any predecessor. 1, 2, 1, 3, A and B. Yes, A and B. Okay, right? Yes or no? Chaliye, quickly draw the network diagram. Draw the network diagram and tell me what is the value you are getting. What is the value you are getting? Quickly draw the network diagram. Everything is being given. Yes. C is having a predecessor of B and C. If C is having predecessor of B and C, can we draw it like directly? If you draw it directly, then what will happen? Your network diagram rules will be violated. I think there is some values missing over here. 6 and 5. There's some value being missing. 1 second. This is 6 and this is 5. Okay, 6 and 5, or else you won't be having a duration, right? Every activity will be having the duration. So here we can say C is having A and B, so we can have a dummy activity over here, right? And we can have a C. D and D is after A. D is after A. A and B. E is after A and B. E is after A and B. C, D. E is after A and B. This is E. This is C. After C and D, we are having F. After C and D, we are having F. Let's say this is F, right? And C, D, E for G. C, D, and E for G. So let me draw it like this: a dummy, and C, D, and E. that is your G. Okay. So we have completed the network diagram. Let me write the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay. Chaliye. So let's write the numbers 6, 5, 6, 5, 7, 4, 7, 4, 8, 6, 8, 6 and 7. Chaliye. Identify your critical path. So it is 0, 0 plus 6 is 6. This is dummy. You will be having 6. 6 plus 4 is 10. 6 plus 7 is 13. 13. This is 6 plus 8 is 14. 14 plus 7 is 21. This is 19. So 21 is the final. We can say the critical path will be which one? The critical path will be A. Then we'll be having C, right? And then we'll be having not C, 8, then this one, then this one. Okay. Then critical path that we are having is critical path that we are getting after solving this. What is the critical path that we are getting? That is equal to A, C, E, A, E and G. A, E and G. A, E, G is the critical path. And what's the time of completion? It is taking 21 days. 21 days is the answer. So 20 days is not correct. Now they say total float for E, F and C. For E, F and C. So if you talk about E, so wherever you are having your critical path, we can directly write this is 6, this is 14, this is 6 and this is 0. Back calculation. 21 minus 6, that is your 15, right? 14. So I'll be taking 14 because I will take in the reverse the minimum most value. So this will be 14, right? If this is 14, now all the set of values we are having. So now let's start with total float of activity E. If I talk about activity E, it is basically 0 because that is a critical path. Activity is a critical path. It will be equal to 0. This is correct. Activity F is over here. So if I draw it over here, activity F, which is having a duration of how much? 6 days and 4 to 6. 4 to 6 and your ESC and LSC is 13, 14, 21 and 21. 13, 14, 21 and 21. So they are asking the free float. So free float is equal to 21 minus 13 minus 6. That is equal to 2. Option B is also correct, right? Okay, 21 minus 13 minus 6, that is free float of activity C. Activity C somewhere around here. This is activity C. So activity C, let me draw it over here. Activity C is 3 to 4. This is 7, 6, 6, 13, 14. They are saying that free float. So free float is equal to 13 minus 6 minus 7. That is equal to 0. Fine. That is equal to 0 and this thing 1. So final correct answer is A and B. A and B is the final correct answer. A and B is the final correct answer. Is this clear, everyone? So this completes your MSQ practice session of industrial engineering. We have taken up all the variety of questions that you can expect. The numerical oriented and slightly theoretical also. 1 or 2 theoretical and rest all the question I have taken numerical because by if you are seeing the recorded format also, you will be easily able to revise your concept because every question numerical if I have taken, all 4 options for any particular problem is actually equivalent to 4 different questions. The reason why I have taken the numerical more so as to you will be having 2 benefits. You will be able to revise the concept if you are trying to solve these questions. And secondly, you are practicing the MSQ problem. Okay, fine, right? So this is it from my side. That's it. And definitely on 13th of August, we'll be having a national scholarship test. इसके 2 benefit है. You will be having the scholarship also. And second benefit is you will be able to check what is your national level ranking because many students all over India will be attempting this. तो सुबह 9 बजे से रात को 9 बजे के बीच में you have to attempt. So for that you have to register yourself before 13th. तो आज जाके कर लीजिए if you are not yet registered. The link is in the description. You can yes, hello Aditya, good evening, good evening. There's a link in the description. You can do join the scholarship test. Along with that, whenever you are preparing for any competitive exam, you need to have some ebook. The resources for that link is also available. There's a proper drive being maintained, and you can directly download the ebooks of the different subjects free of cost. Just you have to go to that link in the description box. Okay, fine. Chaliye, thank you guys. And now I have completed this. I have taken this subject of industrial today. This was not Thursday. This is Friday. This is Saturday. This is Sunday. Right. So tomorrow Chandra sir will be coming up with fluid mechanics. Then Dheeraj sir with production. And Monday again this will be with Tom and MD. And I'll be coming back on Wednesday with mechanics and PERT CTM. Okay, fine. So this is from my side. The biggest surprise is yet to come on 12th of August. Stay tuned to our channel to have this very important update. Along with that, we are every Sunday we are having Sunday Ka Funda, and every Saturday we are having Know the Legends. Do watch this. That's it from my side. I hope you all enjoyed the session. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care. Stay safe and enjoy your preparation journey with BYJU'S exam prep. Thank you.